Jacksonville Jaguars got their first win of the season after beating the Carolina Panthers at home. Now they get to fly up to Cincinnati to play Joe Burrow and the Bengals in this week 2 matchup. My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan, and we're going to break down this game for you here. Be sure to stay tuned for the entire video as we will provide our predictions at the end. Before we get into it, leave a comment and let us know who you think is going to win and why, and hit that subscribe button to get notified when new videos come out. And Ryan, with that being said, let's get into it here. So, Jacksonville Jaguars, a lot of hype going into this game here. I would say probably the biggest national media sports hype for the Jaguars in a long time, just because of Travis Hunter and what they're going to
Yeah.
do there. Jags are a very small market. And so no offense to Jags fans. But that being said, though, it was fun to watch them play here. 200 rushing yards against Carolina Panthers defense, showing that the Panthers rushing defense is already in midseason form from last year. But still, really good performance by Travis Etienne, 143 rushing yards and 16 carries with a 71-yard rushing as his longest run as well too. Trevor Lawrence with a good modest game, 19 for 31, 178. Didn't really have to do too much, but Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball, 6 catches, 33 yards, and he also had a tackle on the day as well. So I think the Jags just going to be interesting to watch, really, just because like how are they going to use Travis Hunter? But at the same time, though, too, if you think about it, with this offensive line can keep on improving, protecting Trevor Lawrence here as well. If they can have similar rushing performances like today, well, one, they'll be the best rushing team in the league. But two, though, it's like you have Brian Thomas Jr., who's top 10, top 15
Oh, yeah.
receiver in the league already. Now you go at Travis Hunter, a very lethal weapon right next to him. This running game is getting pretty dynamic with Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby back there as well. And Trevor Lawrence, he's also no slouch. Like he can go out there and run. And so I'd love to see his confidence get up a little bit more, like in the throwing department. Very similar to the quarterback not very similar to the quarterback he's going to be going up against in Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who I think for the first time, it feels like in forever, won a week 1 game against the Cleveland Browns, even though they shouldn't really have. I thought they came
Yeah.
out hot. Thought the offense looked really good. It was a great opening drive here as well. I think it's only going to take some more time before they just get into that midseason rhythm. But the defense definitely, I think, is also still something to improve on for the Bengals. Ryan, when you look at this matchup here, what do both of these teams need to execute on to pull out a victory in week 2?
Well, I think for the Jags, I'm really curious how the secondary and pass rush are going to hold up, because I think if they can get after Joe Burrow and the secondary can hold this offense or hold these receivers in check, I think that's going to be really tough for this Bengals team, just because this defense is just not that good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Browns offense is very good, and they really should have given up at least 20, 24 points to them
Oh
here
yeah.
in week 1 if it was for some missed unforced errors by the Browns offense. And for me, that's really what it's going to come down to, because if this game turns into a shootout, I like the Bengals in it all day.
Oh yeah.
But if the Jags can hold this game to like the low 20s, I think that's really where they have their best opportunity to come out and win this game. And we'll see. But I like what I saw from Trevor Lawrence. Efficient performance. Would love to see that turnover not be on the board there. But Travis Etienne looked solid. Run blocking looked amazing. And granted, you got to look who they're going
It
up
is the
against.
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and for reference too, for Jags fans as well, it's like I think the Panthers defense last year averaged giving up 177 rushing yards per game, which was 30 more than the next worst rushing defense. Like
yeah,
one of
they were
historic
32nd.
worst
31 was
rushing,
like averaging 140 something.
something like that, which is
Yeah.
also really
Uh,
bad as well.
Oh yeah. And so I was impressed with offensive line and whatnot, but I think that's where the Jags are going to be their best. Is in that if they can keep it in like the mid to low 20s, I think they're going to have a good shot to win this game. But I was happy to see the Bengals come out, and they played some players in the preseason. They came out, they looked good in the beginning of the game against the Browns. I will say, historically, Cleveland has always played Cincinnati tough. That I don't know
Mhm.
what it is. Myles Garrett just always seems to have a couple sacks against Joe
Hey, it's
Burrow.
division matchup. You're
Yeah,
very familiar with one another.
yeah,
In state also too.
but I don't know. The Browns, like, there was a season I think they went 2-14, and one of their wins was against the Bengals in week 1. Like like that's just how it plays out
And
for
ironically,
the
too, not two of the worst Brown seasons ever recorded. So to go 2-14. But that all being
yeah.
said, though, too, I think the thing with the Cincinnati Bengals is it's just I look at like we're a tennis family, and so we like watch tennis. It's just can they limit their unforced errors? It seems like because
Yeah.
it seems like Cincinnati Bengals controlled their destiny with how explosive this offense can be. It's like if they don't get a first down on a drive and they had the punt, it's almost like they I, I don't mean if it sounds silly, but it's like it's because like a poor blocking scheme by the offensive line, or
Yeah.
someone dropped a pass. If that makes it, it's not.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like normally it's because the defense can stop them. Like even though their
Yeah.
offensive line is still not great, but Joe Burrow is probably the best quarterback in the league. Chase Brown is a top 10 running back as well too, and it fits that offensive scheme perfectly. You got the best receiving combo in the league, which March Hasty Higgins. You got a great tight end room as well too, with Mike Gesicki essentially being another receiver as well. You add on Noah Fant, who caught the lone touchdown today, but and Chase Brown and Samaje Perine can catch the ball in the backfield. Like this, when this offense gets in midseason form as well too, like no wonder they had multiple 35 plus yard plus
Yeah.
scoring performances last year. Can this defense just be like mediocre? And it still feel
Yeah.
like they did hold the Browns to 16 points. They had a couple picks, but both of those were also too like both those picks were off the hands of Cleveland Browns receivers. You, you,
Yeah.
you know, so
That
it's like
got popped up. They were not real interceptions.
well, they were like you have to be in the right
The
right place, right time. There was maybe a little luck factor in there as well too, and so they they do still
the
have Trey
fact that those
Hendrickson.
went on Joe Flacco's stat sheet as an
Yeah,
interception is not fair, in my opinion.
fair. But it's the Bengals, I think, are still going to be rounding into form here as well. I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup between these two teams because I can absolutely see both of these two teams playing at some point in the playoffs. Probably a wild card round. This would probably be a potential first round game if either one wins the division, so to say. I do think the Bengals, if they can get into their normal form earlier than expected, and this defense can be subpar to average, I can see them making a deep playoff run as well too. They have Super Bowl uh, capabilities, I think,
Oh, yeah.
on this team here. So for this selection, I think because of that, it's just going to be on the road. First game in Cincinnati as well. I am going to go with the Bengals here. I do think that it's going to be a similar, I think, defensive matchup that the Jags go up against, but a much better offensive team. I think that they're going to go up against, and so I think being on the road here too with the new head coach, just what's that whole situation going to be like? Like first time like calling plays on the road in a very serious environment. I think place is going to Paycor is going to be bumping, so I'm going to go with Joe Burrow and the Bengals here in this game.
I am also gonna go with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I just think that offense is gonna be a little too much, especially if they can sustain that pace that they had in the first half against the Browns. I think they're really gonna kind of come into form and do what they did really throughout the last 12 games last year, and probably put up close to 30 points. And I just feel like that's going to be too much for the Jags to keep up with. So yeah, I'm also going to go with Cincinnati. So
Yep, I like it.
let's go ahead. Let's wrap up this video here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead. Will it be the Jacksonville Jaguars? Will it be the Cincinnati Bengals? Other than that, we'll see you guys next time.